It's official. The Diddy trial has escalated beyond anything anyone could have predicted. What began with Cassie's disturbing allegations has grown into a much larger, more intense legal saga. This isn't just tabloid drama anymore. It's playing out in federal court, with evidence, testimonies, and serious names involved. The courtroom recently shifted its focus to audio recordings, and according to reports, they're not just casual conversations. Sources claim explicit, private tapes have been played behind closed doors, allegedly involving Diddy and other major figures. The internet is buzzing, and insiders say the courtroom reaction was one of stunned silence. No phones, no recordings, just the weight of what was heard. The buzz began with that silent hotel lobby video, which many assumed was the extent of the evidence. But now, leaks suggest far more revealing content has been introduced, shaking the courtroom to its core. And that's not all. After the reported playback, a new wave of witnesses was announced. These are not unknown faces. They include former Bad Boy artists, ex-staff, and insiders from Diddy's professional and personal circle. Many are said to have kept quiet for years, but are now prepared to testify under legal protection. Among them is Dawn Richard, formerly of Danity Kane. She recently took the stand and was later photographed leaving the courthouse visibly shaken. Sources say her testimony supported key parts of Cassie's allegations, painting a picture of troubling behavior she witnessed firsthand. This trial is no longer just about one story. It's exposing a web of control, silence, and power. With more witnesses expected and the public watching closely, the stakes continue to rise. What happens next could reshape not only the case, but how many view some of the industry's most powerful figures.
One thing Dawn said is after she saw Diddy beat Cassie the next day,
he came in the room
and threatened her.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Dawn is testifying that exactly what she talked about in her civil suit, in addition to some other things that they were in a house in LA in 2009. Diddy beat Cassie because Cassie wasn't finished allegedly making his food on time. And the next day he came in the room to talk to her and her band member, and he basically told them, allegedly that he told them, don't say anything. What y'all saw up there was passion. And when people say stuff about things like this about me, they end up
This is no longer just a celebrity trial. It's a seismic moment in the entertainment world. Reports say the courtroom took a chilling turn when Diddy's daughter was seen exiting after a private audio playback. No words, no expression, just silence. It was a powerful visual that underscored the gravity of what's unfolding inside. Witnesses say her reaction came immediately after key evidence was played, adding weight to the already intense atmosphere. What's becoming clear is that the fallout from this case reaches beyond legal risks. It's now about reputations, family legacies, and a growing number of public figures whose names are being pulled into the spotlight. One of the most surprising developments was the mention of Will Smith in connection with the audio recordings. Though the details remain under court protection, the mere association triggered a firestorm of online attention. The internet, as expected, dove deep. Old interviews, podcast clips, and candid moments began resurfacing, this time viewed through a far more critical lens. A casual remark once brushed off suddenly took on new significance. Online commentary quickly shifted from curious to concerned as fans revisited moments from the past that now seemed to carry heavier meaning. Then came more claims, not just from random sources, but from individuals said to have worked closely with some of the figures mentioned. Allegations began surfacing that blurred the line between personal and public, between rumor and testimony. These statements have yet to be independently confirmed in court, but have certainly added to the growing scrutiny. At its core, this trial is about more than headlines or celebrity gossip. It's about power, silence, and the emotional toll such situations can have, not just on those directly involved, but on the families and communities around them. As more names emerge and new testimony is presented, the courtroom and the public will be watching every move.
And then I saw sexual acts that I walked in on.
Who'd you walk in on?
Him and Dwayne Martin. Hollywood is the hurry up and wait game. So I'm running all over the studio. He's not in his dressing room. I go to the cafeteria. I'm like, what? But I see his car there. So I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal sex with Will. There was a couch and Will was bent over on the couch and Dwayne was standing up.
These recent developments have turned the internet into a frenzy of speculation and deep dive analysis. After brother Bilal's claims involving actor Dwayne Martin surfaced, fans took it upon themselves to piece together years of public interactions between Diddy, Will Smith, and others. Online communities didn't wait for mainstream media. They started collecting old footage, interviews, and photos, drawing their own conclusions about past relationships and connections. Will Smith, in response, issued a firm denial, attempting to shut down the rumors. But his reaction seemed to backfire. Social media platforms quickly filled with posts and images showing the many times he and Diddy had been seen together, at events, parties, and industry functions. Instead of quelling the rumors, the denial only fueled more debate and scrutiny. Meek Mill also found himself unexpectedly pulled into the conversation. His name reportedly came up in relation to court discussions, and once that news hit, it spread fast. Unlike Will, Meek responded with a stream of defensive tweets, which many online observers felt only added to the chaos. His long-standing association with Diddy, previously treated as playful banter or industry gossip, is now being reevaluated with a more serious lens. What began as a focused legal case is rapidly evolving into a wider discussion about celebrity culture, accountability, and long-standing rumors that are now being viewed in a new context. As the court proceedings continue and more names surface, the public interest and the pressure will only intensify. Meek Mill is facing growing attention online, especially after an old video resurfaced of him at a party with billionaire Michael Rubin. His body language struck viewers as awkward, even uncomfortable, fueling speculation. Another clip that went viral was Diddy throwing Meek a birthday party. What seemed like a fun moment became a meme when Diddy affectionately called Meek Daddy on camera. That one line instantly took off online, with people using it to challenge Meek's usual tough guy image. When Meek tried to clap back by tweeting, "I'm not fruity, stop playing with me," it only added fuel to the fire. The replies were flooded with memes, old tweets, and footage being reinterpreted in today's context. But the real mystery, what's got everyone hooked, isn't just the internet sleuthing, it's the audio. Courtroom insiders keep referencing alleged recordings that have been played behind closed doors. According to those inside, the tapes are deeply disturbing, described as containing troubling content, with no recordings leaked to the public, no photos, no audio snippets, no blurry screenshots, just silence. And that silence has become louder than anything else. Speculation is rampant. If the audio is so important, why hasn't it been released? Some say it's to protect the dignity and privacy of those involved. Others believe the recordings are so explosive that releasing them could damage more than just reputations. It could trigger legal fallout, dissolve industry alliances, and pull more high-profile names into the spotlight. What began as a case focused on Cassie's allegations has grown into something much bigger, a case raising serious questions about power, influence, and protection in the entertainment industry. The fact that no concrete evidence has leaked despite the internet's track record of uncovering almost anything only deepens the intrigue. Who's really being protected, and why? That's the question people can't stop asking. Behind the glamour of fame and fortune, something deeper may have been quietly unfolding for years, largely unchecked. Only now, under serious legal pressure, are some of these allegations seeing the light. Survivors and former insiders, perhaps feeling safer, are finally stepping forward. What we're witnessing could be the unraveling of a figure long seen as untouchable. Diddy wasn't just a music mogul, he was a cultural force, embedded in hip-hop, television, fashion, and politics. His image was one of confidence and control, a man at the center of everything. But now, that legacy is under fire. With each court session, the carefully built brand seems to erode further. Looking back, many are now saying the warning signs were always there. From the stories of tight control over his artists, to odd interviews and disappearing acts from former collaborators. Some of it now feels like foreshadowing. Artists like Maze, The Lox, and Day 26 faded after leaving his label. Aubrey O'Day had been voicing concerns for years, but was often dismissed. Now, the courtroom might finally be taking those concerns seriously. Don Richards' recent testimony, in particular, reportedly offered powerful corroboration to earlier claims. But the fallout doesn't stop with Diddy. Will Smith's name has surfaced amid the court whispers, at a time when his public image is still fragile. If the rumors about the courtroom audio are true, it could have a serious impact on his career. Even without charges, Meek Mill is facing a flood of public suspicion. His frantic posts online only seem to be fueling speculation. What makes all of this even more unsettling is the silence from official sources. Despite the heavy speculation, there's been no public confirmation or denial about the alleged audio recordings. This vacuum of information only increases the sense that there's more to the story, maybe too much for even the public to handle all at once. And so, the world waits in an uneasy limbo. The legal process continues, social media digs deeper, and the people involved try to carry on as if everything is normal. But that can't last forever. If the rumored recordings ever surface, they could send shockwaves not just through the music industry, but through the entire fabric of celebrity culture. The curtain is slowly being pulled back, and what's behind it might be more disturbing than anyone imagined.